What's up, everybody? It is Kid Smooth, back with a video. I'll still keep the best spot monk nickname because it means more than what it is. But I want to address a couple things because my last video, last traditional video, where I was sharing my frustrations about Halo. Going to PlayStation and Xbox's multi-platform strategy, their dumbass community manager wearing a PlayStation t-shirt on like their big streaming event. You know what I mean? Like I said that, I'm considering retiring, or said I've retired. Now, I know a lot of people give me like flashback or coming back at like every time I do a content on a channel, like I thought you retired, or like, when I said I was retiring, I didn't say I was just quitting like YouTube or anything like that. No, I said I would be retiring from pretty much my best bot antics, my Xbot antics, meaning like as far as content creation, I'm not going to be doing the content that serves like, oh, this is an Xbox channel, or where like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm like. I'm done with the whole like console war stuff. I believe I am. You know what I mean? Even though I still like games and video games, I'll still continue to talk about video games and give my opinion and whatnot. But like trying to dedicate, a podcast like like we used to do Planet Xbox, that's probably like dead for good. I'll probably like as far as like I'll still stream and stuff like that, and I'll still do videos. It's just that I feel like my content will just change up a bit. And when I say change up a bit, it's not going to be I'm going from console to console. I don't know what I'll do to this with this channel. It's just like what you expect to get from me on video basis. Just don't expect it, essentially, especially if it's Xbox related. You know what I mean? If some amazing news or something happened where I feel like I need to respond to it for the sake of viewership, then yeah. But like, no, I'm not going to be there's no more dedication of like dedicated content that I'm going to be doing that's for like Xbox. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to lean more into gaming, or lean more into something else on this channel. I just don't know. But like when I said I was retiring, it's more so retiring the console war mantra, the console war content that that the stuff that really got me to this point. I think the stuff that really got me to that you guys know me for, how I even got on this channel, that's pretty much what's gonna do it. What I'm pretty much quitting and retiring from, because I can't handle it. I can't continue. I can't argue with PlayStation fanboys and Nintendo fanboys and stuff like that. I can't. I have no fight. it's a losing argument. I can't. But that's not what this video is about. I did want to address that. Like when I said I was retiring, it wasn't meaning I'm quitting YouTube like altogether. I'm just retiring from the console war. I could have said that a lot quicker too. I don't know why it took me 3 minutes and 35 seconds to say that, but this video here, I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight, right? So, I want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you guys for tuning in to the last couple videos that I did. Obviously the big video, we're at 11K views and counting, which has been one of my biggest videos in a long time. And then the follow up, the Only 4 Games video. You guys have been asking for another hood banger, street banger, a crumb side banger, and I'm happy I was able to deliver. You guys showed up for that. I dropped it at an odd time, and I think at like 12:30 midnight or something like that, and you guys still showed up in big numbers, and that video is doing really, really good. I also have an audio version. It's an MP3 version. It will be in the link. I also included it in the link of the video, so please continue to check out that video. Everything helps. Hopefully you guys continue to show up for videos when I do them, because it does get discouraging. You do a video and you get 300, 400, 500 views, and that's it. Just like, damn, like, I kind of wasted the time doing it. But but I guess I have to put out quality content if I want the quality return in viewership. But this video, I want to kind of explain how this whole video, that whole only 4 games video concept came up and what it actually was supposed to be. So, when people ask me to do songs, I can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I have to be in some sort of creative like mood, and something has to happen. And I usually get it. But the thing is, it's funny. Every song that I've done, whether it's Halo, Gears, and Forza, whether it's Game Pass, whether it's I Blocked You, whether it's this game, I've done it, and I was like, okay, I'll sit there and I'll listen to some concepts that I want to do, like what angle I want to take. That takes me about like 5 minutes. And once I think I got something, I was like, is this catchy enough? And then I do it. It literally takes me like, I don't know how quick I came with that concept, but let me tell you reason why I probably got to it quicker than I thought. That song that I recorded, Only 4 Games, originally was supposed to be a song dissing PlayStation in 2020, either 23 or 24. I wanted, because I wanted to use that beat, No New Friends, right? And I wanted to record a song called No New Games. And it was supposed to be, you know, a shout at PlayStation for not releasing first party games. And it was supposed to be no new games, no new games, no new games, no new games, no new games. Like something from PlayStation first party, they got no new games. It was supposed to be something like that. But the reason why I didn't move forward with that, because I was like, yo, I can record this, it might catch a little buzz, and then PlayStation will have a bang 'em up year with releases like the next year and completely eradicate the song. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And so I returned to the concept, I think after Forza Horizon 5, because Forza Horizon 5 was technically like game 5 or game 6 after the original 4 announcements. And I was like, yeah. But I didn't draft it up. I was like, okay, I want to do a song dissing, attacking that whole Only 4 Games, and which I did. I didn't return to this concept, but I was thinking about like, what can I do to attack the Only 4 Games thing? So I did the don't take the games away from Xbox. Don't take the games away. The pretty much opposite take on Halo, Gears, and Forza. When Gears and Forza came out, so that's why I did that. Again, I can't redo a Halo, Gears, and Forza. It's just not going to happen. So that's how that concept came along. So now I got this concept after the Halo shit happened, and Addict calls. He's like, dude, you got to do a song. And I was like, dude, I can't just do a song. I have to like fill it. And I was going through, either somebody was hitting me up on X, or I saw some comments on a video, and it was like, and then I revisited comments for songs like Game Pass and Halo, Gears, and Forza, and I'm like, all right, I can do something. I was like, nope, shut off the computer, sat down, I was like, what can I really do? And there I got it. I was like, okay, Only 4 Games, and I went back to when I wanted to do no new games, and I was like, oh, okay, I could flip this to Only 4 Games, and I literally put it together. And then I was like, okay, do I cut it off here, or do I get somebody to add to this song? And I'm like, in my mind, I was like, do I get Alex, but he's not fanboy enough, you know what I mean? And I love Alex from, obviously Weapon Will. His rapping skills is like on another level. So I was like, I thought about that. I thought about King Thrash, but I haven't talked to him in a while. I thought about who else. I was thinking about who else could I actually really get, or do I close it out, or do I just make up another persona? And then I was like, you know what? I was like, Doc has been giving us some bars lately, and because I was thinking about GTA 6 when he was doing that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have Doc do this. So after I text Doc on X, I was like, yo, do you want to do a song with me? And he was like, what? Yeah. He's like, yeah. And so I was like, I sent him a demo of what I had already recorded, which was like an unfinished version. It still had like the verses and the hook. The concept was there. It wasn't cleaned up. It didn't have ad libs. I think I had a slightly varied hook, and I sent it to him, and he sent it back literally within an hour. So I'm almost certain he completely freestyled this. And I'm like, oh, wow. And so he freestyled it. And I'm like, I gotta keep it. I like it. I didn't want him to change anything. I put it in through my program. I added like a lot of reverb and like, echoes and stuff, sent it back to him. He wasn't really feeling it because I think he said it sounded like offbeat. And I was like, all right, that's fair. So I took the reverb effect on. He liked it, but he still felt like it was something was off about it. And I was like, all right, at this point it's late. I'll get back to it tomorrow. I think I'll go to bed. I wake up the next morning and he says, no, I listened to it a few times. I like it. I'm recording the video. So once he confirmed he was recording the video, so I just went and I started recording my portions of the video of what I wanted to do. Went back in and like did some cleanup of like verses and the hook, and took out since I knew we were finally going with it. And then I sent him back essentially the I sent him back. I sent him back a revised version, but the version that we all got, Doc didn't hear until I put out the video. So the final version that's out, I did it like he did all his stuff based off the version that I sent him, but I have since did a couple things to it. And but he did his what he didn't like after I recorded my stuff, I was putting my videos together, and like soon as I wrapped up my editing of the clips I was doing, because I didn't think I was gonna put out this thing so soon. He ended up giving me his clip like right when I got done. I was like, oh shit. So I downloaded his clip, lined it up with his verse, and add some coloring and blending effect, and it was done. I was like, dude, I have a draft for it. I'll put it out tomorrow. He's like, no, put it out today. Ugh, why wait? And so we put it out, and I'm very happy of the reception. These rap songs and stuff I do for fun. It's the only little bit of part of me, the musician in me, that gets to come out every now and then. And I think Doc did a really good job, and he was a good sport about it. He made the song so much better. He added the shock value to the video. I typically don't do these type of videos or songs in the collab form. I think the only other collab I've actually did was with Alex for the Jiggy Do-Rag for the Jack Move, the Jiggy tapes and stuff, which, like I said, I love Alex rapping capability. So I definitely wanted to do that. But as far as the parodies, I typically do these, solo, and I really wanted to do something different. I knew the song, people don't really like the song. So like my songs are either like hit or miss, but what I try to do is like, hey, the song might be whack, but it's definitely gonna stick in somebody's head. And that's always the goal when I do these songs. Like when I did Halo Gears and Forza, I think I was drunk when I did Halo Gears and Forza, honestly. I came back from like a freaking I think a holiday party or something like that, and recorded that. And when I did Game Pass, it's just like, yeah, it's corny. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the greatest song, but what's going to happen is it's going to linger in people's heads, because it was lingering in my head as I was coming up with the concept. And this one, like I said, I was like, it's not going to be even all that crazy, but as long as there's like this lingering concept that's in somebody's head, that I can get something stuck in their head. So whether it be only 4 games, Phil Spencer lied when he said it would only be only 4 games, like that the verses may not stick, but the hook will. Or and the same thing, it's the same concept. What I did for Game Pass, what I did Halo Gears and Forza, I think all those songs honestly were like corny trash, or like you can criticize them from a technical capability, whether they're off rhythm or off beat or something like that, but they all held something that kept you coming back. And so that's what I think I'm most proud of when I'm able to do these things, and it doesn't really take me any time to do them. These things come like that. But yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Doc for like kind of making this, because I think even though I think the song itself, I still think what it did, I think adding Doc, added that extra flair, that shock value, that surprise element that really like Oh wow, because nobody was expecting. I didn't even give a Doc credit. I can start giving him credit now in the title, but he didn't want me to put his name in a thing. He wanted people to be surprised, and hopefully everybody watch to the end. So I mean, it's 4 minutes, bro. It's the easiest 4 minutes. But yeah, man, I just wanted to kind of touch up on the concept, where the song came from, how quick we did it, why I reached out to Doc in his Tony the Pony arc. And I gave myself damn near a concussion. This part didn't make the video, but you know, I'll show you guys at the end of this video, like some behind the scenes. Like I was, you know, jumping on a freaking Xbox box, the Series S box, and fucking busted my ass, bro. But yeah, that's the video, man. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later on in the week. Download the MP3 version of the song is available in the description below on SoundCloud as well, and you can go back to the video and get it. But that's it, guys. Thank you. Peace.